Hey there, what's up, folks? Let's yap, let's watch some stand-up. Maybe you had a day today, right? Let's have a little fun. We're going to look back at 2012's Can You Imagine stand-up. All right? So get your shit ready. It's going to be a hoot. Maybe you had a fucking day today. I'm over here now. I tried a lot of things, but you're my favorite. Oh shit, we're live. Hey everybody, good to see you. It's fun. We're gonna look at 2012's Can You Imagine album. So I don't have a calculator, but it's about 10 years ago. How's everybody doing? We'll go around the room one at a time. Matthew saying, who put up the shelves behind Keith? A TaskRabbit? No, me. When I die, how'd Keith die? I don't know. He was trying to hang drapes. KeithAndTheGirl.com/what? Oh, you know what? Dad. That's what we'll promote. KeithAndTheGirl.com/dad, because in this album I do bring up the first book, The Great American Novel. So at /dadbook, you see the new book that Dad emails, and for like literally $5, you can now pick up The Great American Novel. All right? That's the promotion. All right, very good. What else? I think that's it, right? Right? Matthew's doing great, I see. Let's do this.
Fart!
That's working. All right, here we go. This is Can You Imagine? And I am promoting KeithAndTheGirl.com/trick, the last stand-up, and of course KeithAndTheGirl.com/dadbook. All right? Feel free to chime in, obviously. I think this will be fun. Here we go.
So, guys, you have heard him thousands of times and seen him about 6 or 7.
Okay, already somehow insulting. Mike Lawrence.
My friend and yours, please give a warm welcome to the birthday boy himself, Keith Malley.
Come on! Looking good. Oh, it's going to be a multimedia. Okay.
Scream if you're gay! All right.
I was nation
All
early.
right. How's everybody doing? How you doing?
I'm good, Keith.
You doing good?
Excellent.
Where are you from? Syracuse. Doubt it. This fucking guy, right or wrong? With him, this guy. Fucking forget it. Look at you guys. Hot chick, dude. You guys gonna be fucking tonight? Hope I didn't make the ride home awkward, my bad. What are you looking at? Where's the energy, people? Scream if you're still gay! All right. Let's redo that. I got nervous. Oh, it gets a little nerve-wracking up here. I do. You should see me after the show. That's when it really comes out. I'm talking to Kanda, and I say, okay, how was it out there? Were there people out there? I know there had to be people out there, right? But I couldn't tell because there's a lot of light in my face. Were they happy? People seemed happy, right? I think they were happy, but I couldn't really tell. My head was dizzy. Did they record it? They recorded it okay, right? That's kind of the point if they record it. Is everything okay? Because nobody cares about your shit more than you do, obviously. I mean, I've done stand-up before, and there's, maybe a bad mic wire. And it starts making noise. And I go, I think I heard it make noise. Did it make noise on the recording? Is that the only recording we have? And they go, it did, but you know what? You can do it again sometime. It's no big deal. We'll take off $20 off of the sound price. And I'm like, oh, okay. And they're like, you had fun, right? That's what matters. Like, picture Peter Frampton finishes Frampton Comes Alive. And he goes, hey, sound guys, everything good? And they go, oh, you know what, Peter? We spilled tab on the console, and we lost Do You Feel Like We Do and Baby I Love Your Way. But other than that, we have everything else. Did you have fun doing it? That's what I tell you what, we'll take $20 off the price. How you doing, DeGrasse Street, Brooklyn? All right, welcome everybody to my 9th annual CDD Stupidity. Let's do that again. It's the 9th annual CD DVD special extravaganza special. Super great, awesome, once a year extravaganza stand-up. This is very exciting. I'm very glad you're out. Now, at this point, I gotta be honest, I don't know what there is left to say. But I'm paying off an engagement ring. So if we can all do it again anyway, that'd be good. Got my fiance. Isn't that a weird word, by the way? When somebody else says it, I'm fine with it. Like, oh, this is my fiance. And you go, oh, congratulations. When I say it, I really feel like I'm sounding like a pretentious D-bag. You know? Like, oh, guys, it was nice out yesterday. So me and my you should get one. You probably don't have one. We're out taking a walk, and it was a good time. You guys having a fun Keith and the Girl week? We do that. This is all we're going to do the whole time, by the way. Did you see my new outfit? Come on. Come on. No, we do. I would do stand-up once a year, and then it started getting bigger and bigger events. So we put these Keith and the Girl events together.
Chris typed, let's see how many times Keith goes to take a drink but doesn't. It's definitely a move. It's definitely a move. It's a move. I see what I'm doing.
You know? Kind of did her show the other day, Keith and the Girl Jeopardy. Last year, Keith and the Girl Roast. Who here got laid this week because of events surrounding Keith and the Girl? It's that easy. Who here is getting a divorce because of events surrounding Keith and the Girl? Man, that's that easy as well.
Here's the drinking game. Drink, and then when I go to take a drink, you have to take an extra drink. And then when I go to take a drink and I don't drink and I just put it down, cocaine.
Who here fell in love this week? You guys did? How many times? 3 times. Good for you. Yeah, I get it. I'm in love. Couldn't get engaged to my girl fast enough. Thanks to you guys, Keith and the Girl is now on year 7. I'm very happy. Thank you. It's funny because I never thought years later, or years ago rather, when I'm working in office jobs and as a waiter and I'm shitting in people's file drawers or milkshakes. I was never like, oh, you know what's gonna be funny? One day I'm gonna own my own business. And I'm gonna look at resumes and I'm gonna judge them. And I'm gonna tell them the school they went to wasn't good enough. It's exciting having your own business,
because I get to Q&A. By the way, new Q&A in your VIP package, keithandthegirl.com/VIP. The chat pack.
Pick, for the most part, who I work with. And that's exciting. Some people are going to rub me the wrong way still, obviously, but for the most part, I don't have to go through the bullshit I used to have to go through. Working with assholes. The thing, all of us, we had to or still have to go through. I will never work with a guy in my office that I catch squeezing a female coworker's tit and go, what are you doing? And they won't turn to me and go, I didn't know I couldn't do that. And it's simple. Here's the secret. If you have your own business, here's what you do. You get your new employees together and you put them in a room, right? Or a small business. Say I get 5 people together. I put them all in a room. I hire one of those sexual harassment counselors, and I put them up in front of everybody, and they say the ins and outs of what to do in the workplace, right? Anybody that giggles, they failed already. Ins and outs. So they say what's appropriate, what's inappropriate, that kind of thing. And then the person leaves, and then I go up in front of everybody, and I go, okay, who here learned something? Raise your hand. And then if you raise your hand, you're fired. How could you ever learn anything? Wow. Are you saying I can't take a picture of my balls, put them on the refrigerator, and right under them hang in there? You're saying I can't do that. You can't do that and put your dick back in your pants. I can't do that either. You're shitting me. This is fucking Nazi Germany over here.
Somebody in the audience said, yeah, it is.
My fiance and I getting married next year. In the summer. I want to give my extended family time. We want to get everybody together. I either didn't meet or I don't remember my extended family at all. But I do like that, obviously, the reception is after the wedding. So by the time my meets my extended family, it's too late. You know what I mean? Like, she already knows about my immediate family. And if that's not turning her off, I don't think I should push it. I was trying to clear my head, so I was looking at my autobiography backstage, and I get a discount, but they're for sale. And here's what I'm reading. We had nothing to blame my dad's attitude towards everything on. He didn't do drugs, he never drank, he didn't even smoke. Well, not really. My dad was 20-something years old, and as he was walking home from work, he would pretend he was smoking. My dad would actually pretend to put a cigarette in his mouth, light it, and smoke it. This is the same guy who would yell at Mom if we had those candy cigarettes. And here's the kicker. He said by doing that, he was able to get that smoking high. And how did he know when to flick the cigarette away? He could actually feel when the cigarette was expired by the burning sensation on his fingers. Now, why would you tell your kids that? One day he told us he and a friend were outside his parents' house, and they just finished smoking an entire carton of cigarettes when he looked up and saw his mother standing over him. I never smoked after that, son, I can assure you. Now, keep in mind a carton is 200 cigarettes. His mom stood there as he smoked 100 cigarettes
This
in
is
one
when my
sitting.
dad's stories were cute. You know what I mean?
Maybe he
This
meant
stupid shit.
invisible cigarettes. And so it got me to think, like, I wonder if maybe my dad isn't really that different from me. Maybe he did take a shit in somebody's milkshake at work and serve it up. His shit was just invisible. Which is nuttier if you ask me. I mean, no pun, obviously that's less nuttier, but you get my point. Why would you make up cigarettes that could burn your fingers? Right? If you're making up invisible cigarettes, make your cigarettes 14 karat gold. Make them 24 karat, make them 1,000,000 karat gold. And why are you inventing cigarettes? Invent another drug. Invisible cocaine. Invent a drug, it doesn't even exist. You do too much, it makes you fly. Hope Mom doesn't find out. And it wasn't easy. I mean, it's fun to have a laugh about it, but my dad would punish us like the kid from Goodwill Hunting.
It up, put it down.
When we did something wrong, and he would put the fake cigarette out on our chest. But we had to guess when it hit us. You know what I mean? Like, he's like, oh, don't ever take the car out again. And you're like, oh, ouch. And he goes, it's not even lit. I'm like,
I haven't heard this. I'm like, does it hold up? You know, like there's so many words we didn't even have then. And so when I catch myself and I'm like, that is funny. My dad doing that.
you sure? Because I feel appropriately punished. If you're sure. He was on an airplane once, and he took out the smoke detector in the lavatory, which of course, federal offense, we all know that. And it lets off, it like beeps something for the sky waitresses, so they know what's going on. So they end up knocking the door down, and they find him, this is sick, they find him over the toilet, like, well, you'll never get me, you'll never stop me. He's like, stop doing it. He's like, I'll fake smoke as much as I fake wine. Constitution, the Constitution, occupy Wall Street. I mean, it was a problem. And he wouldn't stop at cigarettes. He was younger. He would fuck women. He would use fake condoms. I know. And he's messing with the condoms, you know, and at least he's being real because he's having trouble with it. He's like, inside out again, you know, gotta start over. He's messing with condoms. I mean, you would think that'd be fucking embarrassing, but the women were fake too. So anyway, he's fucking these fake women, you know, throws them across the room, lights up a fake cigarette. One time, he got fake herpes. But, you know, they're just popping up, but he burnt them all out, you know. Wasn't a big deal. I mean, this was an addiction. One time, my dad had a fake cigarette in his mouth. We can laugh now. He had a fake cigarette in his mouth, went to bed. You know where this is going. Yeah. Wakes up 2-3 hours later, whole room is fake on fire. Instead of jumping out a window, you know what this sick son of a bitch does? He fakes light a cigarette off the fake burning curtain. I mean, this is a disease. And his friends are like, hey, how about the story the other day? You have a problem? He's like, I can fake quit anytime I fake one. So his mom kicks the fucking door down. He jumps in his bed like nothing happened. And she goes, what do I fake smell in here? it got to be too much. So my point is, if my fiance,
All right, I picked it up. There we go.
she's fine meeting my family after the wedding, I'm fine too. My dad did give me, and this is very nice, they don't really have money, gave us $2,500 towards the wedding. That's a big deal. Yeah, it was invisible money, but still. You know, it's the thought that counts. I'm worried about what my fiance is going to think about my family. You know what, though? Maybe I got to start worrying what I think about her. Tell me if you have somebody in your life like this that you love, who watches those reality crime shows a little too much. You know what I mean? Snapped, Dateline Investigation. They have channels that are 24 hours of these reality shows. And when we get into a fight, after we work things out, she goes, just remember, by the way, I could kill you and get rid of the body anytime I want. I watch all these shows. And I go, sweetheart, not for nothing, but they always catch these people. That's kind of the point. And she goes, I just take the good stuff. So I try to study this. If she's watching it, I better know what's going on. I can't take 5 fucking minutes of this show. I'm crawling out of my skin, and not because of the crimes, because of the narrator. It was a summer's day. And it was a quiet town. Not a lot of people in the town. In fact, very few people in the town. And nobody was out today. Actually, everybody was out today. It's a Sunday, church, the local flea market. But the man who runs the flea market wasn't there that day. Where was the man who ran the flea market? Maybe he was at home with his wife, with his kids. After all, he could be celebrating a birthday or an anniversary. But he doesn't have a family. Where was he that day? We'll be right back. Coming up, it turns out he's in his truck and he getting more items for the flea market. We'll be right back. Later still, the water was as calm as a sheet of glass. Is what they would have liked. But it was very choppy that day. And later still, it was the priest that killed the boys. Psych! There's no priest in the story. And we're back. It was a summer's day, then it wasn't. It wasn't breezy, then it was. It was the flea market guy that killed the boys. Then didn't, then he did, then he did, then he didn't. But his truck wasn't registered with the state. But it was. It's like, oh my God, I'll kill myself. I'll save everybody the fucking
I'll
time.
let killing happen to me.
Do you guys watch, we just had award season. Do you watch like the Oscars and all that stuff? I hate it, and I watch them all. They say, hey, and now coming up next, the Billy Crystal show. And I'm like, I hate Billy Crystal. Let's watch. Call my friends over. Who wants to join me? He's the worst.
Oscar.
Oh, he's the worst. And I watched these shows. Do you ever think there was like a Best Actress winner who won an Oscar? And she's at home and she's watching the Oscars and she fucks herself with that phallic-like Oscar. Do you know what I mean? You think nobody's used the Oscar that looks like a dick as a dildo. The history of the Oscars. No one's ever done it. Go ahead, Billy. Yeah, talk about cinematography. There you go, Bill. Make a joke about it. Yeah, it's not that important. It's only their lives and biggest moment of it. You should mock it. You should do Sammy Davis Jr., you irrelevant fuck.
I do hate him.
Bet you Meryl Streep's doing that right now. You know she has? Bet you she's airtight thanks to 3 dudes named Oscar. You know what I mean? Thank God she's never won a Grammy. Thank God she's never won an Emmy. You want to talk about Red Wings? Her. Mamma mia.
Too much.
Oh, man.
And they have award shows. Listen to what I learned the other day. They have award shows for independent movies also. I would rather have a sleepover with Billy Crystal than watch an independent movie. Never mind an award show for him. Holy shit. And somebody told me you can't compare a real movie with an independent movie. I'm like, they did it the time they charged me the same price. $13 is $13, right? That should be the end of it. And they trick you with these fucking movies. They get these big-named actors, and you're like, oh, Tom Hanks is in a movie, right? He's great. I'll grab my favorite girl, some popcorn, let's see what's going on. And you sit down, you're all ready to go, and then the fucking leaves come up, right? Winner, Pabst Blue Ribbon Festival, best pick. You're like, motherfucker! from Fox. And you're like, oh, okay, I know Fox. Searchlight Pictures. Motherfucker! Motherfucker! You didn't say Searchlight Pictures! Motherfucker.
When a movie starts, there's 18
Get these
production
big
companies.
names in
Oh,
there.
shit, huh?
And they fuck you. Everybody's gotta get so deep. You know what they do now with movies? They take the movie, they finish making, and then they take the scenes and they put it out of order. And that's supposed to be suspenseful. And you're just staring at it. And I'm like, I don't know what the fuck is going on. And my fiance goes, well, what's gonna happen is, and I go, no, I don't care what's going on. I'm like, you ever watch a movie like, I'm confused, but it's not my fault. Fuck you. If you make a movie and you make it suspenseful, that's good writing. That's something to praise. If you just take a movie and you put the scenes out of order, that's not, anybody can do that. You can make Happy Gilmore suspenseful if you put the scenes out of order. Oh, he wanted to be a hockey player. That's why he's hitting the ball like an asshole. Oh, an alligator bit his hand. I was wondering what happened to his hand. Like, are they gonna mention his hand? I mean, of course they're gonna mention it, right? If they film it, it means something. Oh, I didn't even know. And now all the, I saw a movie.
And then I saw what am I trying to say? Okay, anyways.
By accident, I was just flipping through the channels. It's Benicio del Toro and Sean Penn in the same movie. Yeah. Turned it off in 5 fucking minutes. What a hoot those two guys are. Picture if you were at a party sandwiched between Sean Penn and Benicio del Toro. Really. But if they stared at each other too long, their heads would explode out of deepness. No, thank you. No, thank you. And now the movie stars, when we are kids or growing up, now they're getting real old, and it's a trip because it's weird. You get to realize how stupid they are and how nothing's going on upstairs. Like, good actors are good actors because nothing's in their head, right? They could take on these other characters. They got no brains to get in the way. And you start realizing it when they get older and they become the characters that you saw them on TV. For example, Harrison Ford, let's be honest,
yes. Puff Daddy. We were just fucking talking about. Yes. Get him to the Greek, Rojo mentioned. Yes, Keith, God damn it, you're so fucking smart sometimes.
Retard. Great actor. Real retard.
It was a different time.
Right? Jack Nicholson. He's the Joker. How's it going, ladies? Clint Eastwood is a horse's saddle. You ever think, like, what if you were, how much easier this world would be if you were dumb? Do you ever think that? I think that sometimes. I'm like, well, I gotta be honest, what if I was dumb? I bet things would be simple. I walk out of my house sometimes, and I really do. I look around and I go, God damn it, the world is still dumb. Like sometimes the air, it just smells dumb, right? It just hangs there, dumb. And you're like, you know what, let me just get to work. I'll start my day, it won't be a big deal today. I'll try not to overhear stupid conversations that make me want to jump off a bridge. I'll get to work, I'll get in my little safe cubicle. Lord knows what would happen if they allowed me to be free range, you know. But I get into my safe cubby, keep the dumbness out there, and just do my work. So you sit down, and you turn on your computer after you're done playing bear pinball. What the fuck is going on? So you sit at your computer, a pop-up banner comes up, right? Arm wrestle Osama bin Laden's corpse for a free Xbox. And you're like, all right. Let me just X that out, go about my work. But it's hard to work because you hear your boss all the way down the hall rapidly clicking his mouse. I got you, Osama bin Laden's corpse! I got you, Osama bin Laden's corpse! You try to go back to work. The lights flicker on and off, and your boss steps out of his glass office. Call IT again, we have another computer virus. How does this keep happening? And he goes back in his work, and then all of a sudden porn starts popping up on your computer. Tits, dick, everything. Bling, 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 bling. And you realize you just lost all your work. Everything you worked on all week for a meeting in 10 minutes. You know, the meeting that you do all the work for and your boss will get the credit and the raise. So you get up and you go, well, I gotta tell my boss, we have this meeting in 10 minutes. and I lost all the work. So you go up to his office, and he goes, hold on 1 second. I'm taking an internet poll. What's more thirst quenching, Sprite or 7-Up? And you're like, I don't know, boss. Sprite. Really? So you go back to your desk, and you sit down. More porn just keeps popping up. And you go, you know what if I was dumb? Is it too late to be dumb here? Like, what if on the first day of orientation, and they said, do you have any questions? What if you just had a question? What if you just had a question? You raised your hand and you said, you have a question. You said that we have to wear deodorant and shower every day. Here's my question. Does Axe count as deodorant?
I've heard that.
And they'll go, you know what? First off, that is an excellent question. And we love questions here. Yes, Axe does count as deodorant, and you're president of the world.
Just a waiter at Applebee's, but Jesus.
So then your phone rings at your dummy little cubicle. And you pick it up, and it's your boss. Meeting all ready to go in 5 minutes? And you go, actually, the virus, good to hear, thanks, click. And you just shrug. And you take off your pants. All the way off. And you take off your underwear.
I like a woman in the
All the
audience.
way
Oh.
And you start to masturbate. You just keep touching. And then the boss comes over. He's like, all right, we have to go to the meeting. Are you ready? What the fuck? You don't stop. You keep going. You just look up and you go, what's up? What are you doing? How do you mean, boss? Just keep touching. Just keep touching. You're masturbating at work. You can't masturbate at work. And you look right at him and you go, nobody told me I couldn't do this. And they're going to send you to HR. They're going to apologize for you having to see all that porn. It's disgusting. So they give you 2 months paid leave to get your head together. And you go home and you sit at the, you sit down in the chair, you turn on the TV and you watch a marathon of the Kardashians. And you drool all over yourself. And you just mutter the rest of the day, I'm dumb. I bet I can do this. I bet I can be dumb. I bet I can be dumb. Like if I keep thinking of only dumb things and say only dumb things, eventually I bet I'm really gonna be dumb. Fake it till you make it.
Those are smart things.
So you get big and fat and you go back to work and now you look like everybody else. So they're not wary of you. Now you have friends and you get extra cake at the office birthday parties. You're invited to all the fiestas. When they say to you they just saw a movie, and they go, how do you like it? You tell them, you know what? I love it. Because this is a new you, and you love it all. Yeah. When they say the movie's part of a series of movies, what movie in the series did you like the better? You say, I can't even say. I love it all. And when they go, you know what? I just read a book. What did you think about this book I read? You look at them confused. A book? And they go, I'm just kidding. You're our king. It's got to be that easy. They're going to try to push it sometimes. They're going to go off to Ash Wednesday service in the middle of work. And they're going to come back with shit all over their face. You got to act like it's not weird. And they're going to say, are you religious? And you're going to say, I love it all. I love it all. Here's what you got to do. You got to act like you're a zombie in a post-apocalyptic world. Just work slow and moan. And do not ever use the word apocalyptic. So you keep playing this game, but it's going to get hard sometimes. You're going to have somebody there and go, well, I heard you talking about religion. And I just wanted to say, if there is an all-knowing, all-loving, and all-powerful God who really does care about us, well, I'm sorry, but it's simple. Why do bad things happen to good people? Don't help him. That is a smart person. And they're on their own. Because they're only going to bring you down. And they have to come to this realization themselves. Yeah, they'll keep pushing it. Then somebody else in the office will say, well, that's a silly question. The Lord works in mysterious ways. Get the fuck out of there. Or I'm telling you, you're going to lose it all. You're just going to snap. Why? Why? If there's an all-knowing, all-loving, all-powerful God who created this world for us and wants us to be happy. Why is the only time he talked to us 2,000 years ago through a book of dubious authorship? Why not come around now and say, hey, here's some things you guys should be doing. That shit got a little outdated, right? You don't have to, you can eat pork anytime you want. We have refrigerators. Here's some things I want you to know. And then maybe we can all work together and try to make that happen and make everything better. Why does he work in mysterious ways? And they'll look right at you. You ain't no dummy. And it's too late. And you'll try to get out of it. I saw that on TV and I'm an idiot? No, they don't say stuff like that on TV. No, he's a dummy. You give me back that crown, you give me back that extra cape, and you give me back that stick. And you're gonna go, you mean the scepter? I knew it! You gotta wonder, man, why, if there was a God, why he doesn't come down and just say something, right? Give us a little slap in the fucking face, right? Take a page from these politicians and show up once a year, preferably Christmas, so you remember. Appear right up there, high in the sky, and address everybody. I bet he'll start in that fucking pose of his, you know. Hey, everybody, it's your savior. Okay. Ah, you're awake? Okay, good. Well, it's that time of the year. I'm supposed to explain why. Okay, all right. No, I'm not taking questions. Here's the items we're talking about. Item number 1, the tsunami in Japan. Well, I'll be me damned, but this one still seems to bug a couple people. Okay. Let me explain why I did that, the tsunami in Japan. It's a little thing called tectonic pressure, okay? You have these plates under the ocean, and what they... Oh, I'm sorry. Am I boring you? Okay. Has something to do with the Pacific Rim, and I have to do daily upkeep, or a whole fucking hemisphere will go under. Okay? All right, you happy? Don't worry, your pretty low heads are over it. Let me tell you something. Now I know what you're thinking. Lord.
By the way, Pacific Rim? Hey, it's great.
You wouldn't have to do this daily upkeep and hurt some people every so often if you spent more than 6 days building the entire world. And to that I say, a touche. What world did you build again? I'm sorry. I'll tell you what. That's fair is fair. You find a man that built a world that's better than mine, I'll give you a month. You know what? Fuck it. 2 months. And if it's better than mine, you can leave me and pray to him. I think that's fair. Oh, by the way, when I say man, I don't mean to be sexist. If you find a woman that built a world too, in a month or 2 that's better than mine, that's what I heard the other day. Oh, God, the Lord is a woman. Okay, that's rich. Let me explain something. When you had these funerals for the people who died in the tsunami, what did you say? You said they were good people, didn't you? You said they were wonderful people, didn't you? Well, guess what? Like every other fucking thing, I knew that too. So I took them. I took the good people, and they're up in heaven now. They're enjoying beer that doesn't make you piss, and they're motorboating Dolly Parton's tits. Okay? I know she's not dead, it's heaven! Item number 2, I am not a woman. Item number 3, the Middle East.
Uh-oh.
Now I know what you're thinking. Maybe the Lord should have wrote something in the Bible about not fighting over land associated with him. I'm sorry I had to spell out every fucking thing. Sorry. I deliberately was born, raised, and walked around areas nobody would want to go to, let alone fight over. So stop it. You look like assholes. You think I was fucking born in Vegas? Item number 4, homosexuality and gay marriage. Let me tell you something. I didn't have the final edit on the Bible. You know what it's like where you work. It seems like the dummies are in charge sometimes, doesn't it? But I heard this one. Hey, Lord, do you remember when you wrote if a man lies with another man, they both shall be stoned. Yeah. That really sounds like something I would have said. Okay. You know, I would have said that. Since I'm the guy that put pleasure buttons in every man's asshole. That's what I did. So you would explore that and get stoned if you did. That makes a lot of fucking sense. Item number 5. Going to church. I know what some of you say. I hear it all, goddammit. And you say, you know what, I think just being a good person is enough. If I'm being a good person, what else can I do? I'm sorry. I didn't know praying to me regularly and once in a while saying hi in my house was too much to ask. I didn't know that. I didn't know that was the biggest problem in the whole world. You know, the world that I made. Okay, that's it. I'll see you guys next Christmas. Meanwhile, let the hippies play in the park if they want. They're having fun. Who gives a fuck? Good night. I'm gonna drop the mic. Watch your ears. It's gonna get very fucking loud. What do you guys think about Occupy Wall Street? See, to me, I don't know. It's like, yeah, I like people making a difference.
How did a guy go boo? Boo. Boo Occupy Wall Street. I was playing in that park. Boo. Ryan says, I never knew the Bible was so pro-weed. No, he's doing... Are you even paying attention? He's doing a State of the Universe address.
I don't know. I think I'm at the age where you're not gonna. I mean, again, if it's fun, it's fun. It doesn't look too much fun, but if it's fun... have some fun, but
yeah, turns out it got cold.
Looks like too much to me. Looks like too much because you're always fought everywhere you go. And not by like you're fighting the government, you get fought by the government. You get fought by your fellow man. Joseph Kony. Let's take that dude as an example. You guys know Joseph Kony, of course. He's, I know you do, it's a viral video, over 100 million people saw it in 2 weeks. And it talks about Joseph Kony, this mass murderer, this warlord in East Africa. Uganda specifically, he takes these kids, him and his army, out of these houses, and he brainwashes the kids, teaches them to fight, has them kill their parents, has them kill his friends to prove loyalty. And now you have an army of kids. This isn't something brand new, apparently, but it's just everybody heard about it. And he's number 1, and he's been number 1 on the most wanted list in the whole world. All the governments agreed this man is the most wanted. So this video comes out, and the people that made the video go, you know what? You got your Brad Pitt, he's famous, and you got George Clooney, he's famous. You got Kim Kardashian somehow. Let's make this fucking guy famous, right? Let's talk about what Joseph Kony does. The maiming of children, the rape, the torture. I mean, it is so bad. If you put these kids in front of the Billy Crystal show, it would be a relief. They'd go, oh, Sammy Davis Jr. They would enjoy that. This is how bad the kids are having. Billy. So I see this video. And I go on the show, Keith and the Girl, and I start, I go, you know what? Maybe I'm a little late to this. See everybody's been seeing
it. I do know why. He seems so pretentious, like real life pretentious. Yeah, he thinks he's one of these comedy geniuses that knows what should and shouldn't be said. He's one of these assholes. Okay, that's it. All right, sorry. Thank you. I thought it through.
This video, but I'm fucking gung-ho, right? Everybody agrees with me? Let's put up posters. That's what they want you to do. Print out free posters, put them up April 20th, and it says, hey, look, governments of the world, we give a fuck. I know you saw, we were watching Paris Hilton, but we give a fuck for this. All right, so let's do something. And so I say that on the show. The emails I got back. This is what I'm talking about fighting. Now, I printed these out. These little comments. Let me know if you wrote them. I just don't want you to think like, I think he's paraphrasing or something like that. Hey, Keith, fuck that. They just tugged at your heartstrings in the video. Okay, so what? They did and it worked. I don't think kids should be murdered. I'm a real pussy. I thought you were a tough guy, Keith. Anything goes. Okay, here's another one. Let's not have America get involved. That's their business. It's one world. And we're all people, right? You wanted to save the kids from the Hunger Games. They might not even be from Earth. Here's one. I heard someone, ready? Because I'm not. I heard someone say they read somewhere from something that you can't believe everything you see and that maybe the company that put that video don't manage their money the best. What the fuck are you talking? It's a poster! Put up a fucking poster. Now I know you already have plans that day. April 20th, 420. Get the cat high. This doesn't take long. Here's one. Cody's probably not even in Uganda anymore. That he's not in Uganda. We'll get him wherever the fuck he is. Who cares? Not interested. I knew about Joseph Kony years ago, and no one cared then, so fuck it. It's children being turned into murderers. It's not a band that I got into later than you, so I don't have the right to enjoy it like you do. It's not Adele. I'm talking about child murder.
I like the touchstones, Adele.
And people start getting on board despite the naysayers, and what happens, right? What happens? Eesh. Jason Russell, the guy that put this video together and let most people know about what's going on in Uganda, was found having a nervous breakdown outside, and he took off all his clothes, and he was screaming and he was punching the ground, and it was reported that he masturbated. Whoops. Now, here's what I picture. I took these comments I'm going to read from YouTube, from right under his video. And I swear I didn't search around. You'll see them when you get home if you want. I just found a section, and I just copied and pasted them. So this is what Jason Russell saw when he said, you know what? I think this is the year. It's all about timing. It's such a shame I have to have a gimmick. But you know what? Hey, everybody, we're going to do this. Let's see what people think about me. This video dumb, you dumb nigger. Okay, not what I expected, but that's just one. Okay, I'll be right there, honey, just looking up. Eee, shit. They just in it for money. Don't believe U.S. propaganda. Huh? Yeah, that's what he said. He's like, what? Okay, what else? Those kids are cute, LOL, tongue face. Too bad Coney's dead. Huh? I'm Ugandan girl. Uganda is beautiful, no problems. And you know, he goes, what the fuck, what? Nice tits at 2250. Oh, come on! I don't even want to know what was on the screen. For a non-profit, this guy make very good living. You can still make a good living out of a non-profit, you fucking idiot! I checked the financials. Most of his money goes to East African travel. It's bullshit. That's where I make the videos. I have to travel to the people of East Africa, so money goes to East African travels. So he goes outside, loses his shit, and starts masturbating. I don't blame him. I wanted to masturbate. I wanted to go outside, lose my shit. Here's my invisible children, you dumb motherfucker. People started rating me, like, see, Keith, this guy's nuts. Well, now I'm pro Joseph Kony. Holy shit. Can you imagine these fucking self-righteous assholes running into one of these poor Ugandan kids years from now? Oh, hi. I'm Ugandan child.
He sounds like my landlord.
Was that soda? Can I drink that? So hungry. So hungry. Oh, hey, you would think actually to say, I knew I'd see you eventually. You'd think I'd be embarrassed for not helping. But I'm not actually. It's a real funny story. I was going to ask, why didn't you help us? Well, it's kind of funny. See, we all found out about your plight, the rapes, the murders, terrible. But then the guy that told us all about it masturbated. So you didn't help us. I don't know if you're listening. They said he masturbated. Hey, don't. What kind of masturbation? I don't see why that would. What, There's video of him masturbating? Well, there's not really video of him masturbating, but he had his underwear off, and that's close enough for us. Okay. I mean, even I have underwear, you know. The great one give us underwear when we kill our family. Was he not willing to kill his family? No, we all get underwear in America. It really is the fucking greatest. You know, it's number one, just like the movies you've probably seen. It's just, I don't think you're getting it. He was masturbating. Okay. I had to kill my sister. Okay, I see what you're saying, and really, we just can't help you out anymore. That's all. Okay, so you didn't have time to put up posters. No, posters. There wasn't any, not after all this weirdness. It seems too weird. Okay, so no time to put up posters. Did you have time to write funny Twitter jokes? Actually, we did. Here's one of my favorites. This whole Jason Russell thing sure is a huge disappointment. I expected a lot more from a guy I just learned about 3 days ago. Okay, that's kind of funny. I can't laugh, I'm so hungry. If I laugh, a rib breaks. Yeah, well, you know, so we're just gonna move on, and anyway, we're already on another kick. I think George Clooney's into Syria, or against Syria. No, something about Syria, is that a person or a place? Well, we do like or don't like Syria, and I'm gonna look into it. I'll probably sneak into a movie he does, whatever I can do to help. But I think we're done with this. I think it's all gotten to be a little too much. Okay. That makes a lot of sense, okay. Do you think you can just kill me? You know what? My hands are clean of all this. We're just gonna forget the whole thing. Okay, are you gonna eat the rest of that sandwich? I know what you're alluding to, and I'm fooling, I'm just gonna throw it away. But there's been just too much weirdness going on, that's all. And let me tell you something else, by the way. I didn't tell you this little lady. She's a lady, by the way. They talk fucked up. When we saw the video, and it looked like he had 2 kids, one really focused on one of them, and he showed his wife give birth and everything. We didn't say it out loud, but we were all thinking, that guy seems a little femme. Do you know what I mean? I don't know what femme is. He seemed very gay, and we didn't say it, but we could say it now because he masturbates. Okay, I'm getting very confused. I think I'm just gonna go to the... You know what? I'd rather not even know where you were gonna go to the... I gotta go anyway. I gotta leave. I gotta go masturbate. All right, take care. Not embarrassed. Just feel beat, man. You just feel fucking defeated. Just put up a fucking poster. That's all. Here's another email got. Hey, Keith, you ever do the Joseph Kony? Okay, so your kids are sleeping, right? Just put up a fucking poster. Just put up a fucking poster. Somebody wrote me and said, you know, Keith, Joseph Kony isn't the only warlord around. Okay. On April 20th, you put a poster of your favorite warlord up, because right now I'm on this one. And if you're listening to this at home and you're thinking, what year was it they put up the posters? This year. Whenever you're hearing it, every April 20th, put up a poster for Joseph Kony until we get this motherfucker and stop his group. And you know what? Even after we get him, still put up the poster, show everybody what we can do when we work together.
USA, come on, people.
This is a productive day. Get another drink. We're writing this whole fucking day off. That's right. On a happier note, by the way, get this. Today is the 100th anniversary of the sinking of the Titanic! Woo! Woo! Yeah! Yeah! People are having parties everywhere and celebrating, and I love it. Oh, sounds good. Do you guys know what the Titanic shot is? What? You take whatever drink you're drinking, right? And you scream for help. And then you high-five your buddy. Oh, it's a lot of fun. That's a Titanic shot.
Here's what you do. I like when the audience does like respond like, a Titanic shot? What?
Look, I don't get it. It's a boat. You made a boat. You took the boat out. First time you take the boat out, it crashes. Everybody dies. Who cares how big it is? You know what I mean? I talked to somebody the other day and they said, oh, I'm from Belfast and so proud that we had the Titanic. And I'm like, oh, I'm from Jersey and we had the Hindenburg. I mean, it's not the Titanic, but not for nothing. That's pretty fucking good, right? By the way, every year I get a little nervous doing this and I take a big shit backstage, right? Talking about the Titanic has me thinking about this. And somebody asked me, oh, Keith, you haven't twittered your shits for a while now, for years actually. I bet it's because of your film. And I gotta tell you, it is. She didn't find it very attractive. Now, I get it. I think it's fair. I wouldn't find it attractive if she started twittering out her shits. I am happy I created something magical. I'm the first person to ever Twitter a shit. And I know what you're thinking. Kind of fucking a dubious achievement. I could have Twittered out my shit before you, Keith. But I ask you this. Did you? Mm-hmm. You could have drew multiple pictures of Campbell's soup cans. Did you?
I see Ryan here. The Titanic drink. That's the drink where instead of being on ice, the ice is on you. Yeah, they give your shit up neat, and then they throw ice cubes at your face.
Anybody could have drew a dripping clock. So anyway, this fucking shit I took, since we're talking brainy, this thing came out so big. I need you to know what I created. So smooth. I'm talking a sequoia that would have taken out the Titanic herself. Paul Bunyan would have looked at this log and went, I gotta be honest, I don't even know where to start. If I did Twitter it, you would all Twitter back. Fake! Doubt it! I mean, this fucking thing that knocked your Aunt Connie's socks off. It looks like something hand-rolled in Cuba. Do you know what I mean? A real Havana special. Okay. I just want to get that out here, let you know what I gave birth.
Picture this Raiders meeting, and by that I mean me, Adam, maybe somebody else. And we're just like, this is where, holy shit box.
Retweet. If your phone's in your purse, you can do it later. But thank you.
Did I hear it got him?
Memorial Day's coming up. That's what you celebrate. 1 month, Memorial
I heard it got
Day.
him, right? I heard it got him.
Got him! Got him!
That's what you celebrate. It's funny, though, how it always sneaks up on you, right? You think you're going to get all your presents, and you're like, oh, fuck, another year, I'm not ready. Play along. I told my Irish fiance that you have to get gifts for Americans that you're in love with. That's what you do. I mean, we do it during Christmas, Santa Claus, Christ Jesus. Neither are real. We all agree. But on Memorial Day, that's about real people. They made real sacrifices. That's when you give presents. That's when you get family together. That's what you do. You build a tent, and you put it up in your living room, and you go to bed. You get up the next day, the ghost of General MacArthur left your kids something if they're good, toy tank, plane. Then if you're a bad kid, like Santa Claus puts coal in your stocking, maybe you dropped a flag and you left it on the ground too long. General MacArthur would take a shit in your helmet. He doesn't take kindly to commies. Sorry, Charlie. I do love it. But you know what they do every year, Memorial Day, and you'll know now that if you didn't pay attention before, they play Pearl Harbor on TV. That shit movie with Ben Affleck. I mean, thank you. I mean, a movie. This movie is worse than the actual Pearl Harbor attack. I would rather have been in that. But what's so weird about it is if it's on, I can't change the channel. It's like religious Jews that can't throw out a piece of paper if G-O-D is written on it. I'm like, well, I wasn't in the war. I can't even sit here for 2-3 hours. I'm kind of an asshole. So I watch it, and then every year they put out the re-release of Pearl Harbor DVD for assholes like me. Now, listen to Ben Affleck's 7-year-old son discuss war and store savings. What are the Japanese up to now after the tsunami? Now with 3 alternate endings to the war. I mean, this is pure blasphemy.
Ray DeVito, gotcha. Got him.
So, if you're gonna, what? If you're gonna make up shit in the movie, just make the whole thing up. This is how my movie would have went. I would have had Hitler run away in a summer home, right? Big glass enclosed house on a hill, Hollywood Hills. Beautiful, scenery and everything. He's having a little SS party. And people are talking about how they can make everything better, And they go, let me tell you something. Every Wednesday we have Donut Wednesday here at the Third Reich, right? Some people are really skimping out. And I'm talking officers and grand wizards. Now, people. The other day, somebody brought in those shit Christmas cookies. I'm not talking real crap, right? Just get something with cream inside it next time. If we're going to make the world a better place, it's got to start with us. And then they hear noise outside. And Hitler gets up from his chair at his office, at his desk. And he goes, what is that noise, he says. And he starts walking up towards the window, and this look of curiosity turns into a look of shock. And he's like, oh, right? Then Eva Braun gets up, and she goes, oh, what's wrong, Hitler? Big tits, blonde hair, the whole works, right? Fat ass. Goes, Hitler, what's wrong? And then she looks out the window, and her face turns to shock. And then we see Hitler mouth, holy shit, right? And then the camera pans over so we can see what Hitler and Eva are looking at. And it's Ben Affleck in the cockpit of a plane hovering right out the fucking window. Nice mustache. Queerbait says what? And then Hitler goes, what? And then Ben fires a missile right into the building. Boom! The end of the Third Reich. Ben Affleck goes, how you like them apples? And then he flies away. That's how we do it in Harvard! By the way, guess who's in the cockpit? Harriet Tubman. So they land the plane. And they get out. Andrew Dice Clay makes an appearance, and he says, can I see your Underground Railroad? Everybody laughs. They all get in the plane. Before that, a window opens on the first floor of a building, and it's Anne Frank. Yeah. And Ben Affleck walks over, and he picks Anne Frank out of the window. And she goes, what are you doing? I'm going to get caught. Shh, I was going to say to be quiet. And he goes, darling, you'll never have to hide again. And then he looks right at the camera, right at you, watching TV, trying to be dumb and be liked. He says, you're never going to have to hide again either. Ever. They all get in the plane, they fly off to Frank Sinatra's New York, New York. Obviously not before scooping Jesus Christ off the cross. We got you, boss. Oh, thanks, I'm kind of late for a speech anyway. Now you got a movie, the end. By the way, in my movie, it's going to explain that kamikaze pilots that took their plane and deliberately crashed into, U.S. Army bases, that they didn't do it deliberately. It was really because they were drunk from kamikaze shots the night before. Because they're all about honor. Fuck them. Spread the word. The kamikaze pilots, they were drunk the night before. No honor at all. That's what I'm going to tell my kids. I'm going to go, and that is true, son. They were drunk the night before from kamikaze shots. That's why they look that way. And remember, moderation, okay? Tomorrow I will talk about Godzilla, the world's first dinosaur. Good night. Yeah, I'm gonna have kids. You don't end it here.
Later I did, kinda.
You don't end it here. Somebody asked me, Keith, you really think you're gonna be a good kid? A good kid. I am a fun kid, right? You can't have two kids in the family. Do you think you're going to be a good parent? And I said, that's why I'm confused. I said, I'll be a good parent if I have a good kid. Right? Because it's really like a crapshoot, isn't it? I mean, literally, you shoot out some crap, right? Crap falls down your chute. All you can really do is just make sure you get it all in there, right? I mean, if you're trying to make a baby, you don't want like your baby's arm to drip down your wife's leg during, you know what I mean? I think that's how it works. I'm not a scientist, but I can't be that far off. That's all. And it can't be hard, I think, raising kids too much. I think you just got to you can even use those phrases you swore you'd never say. Because I said so. I think that's okay. You just can't overdo it. Like my dad used to overdo it. You know, I'm not your friend. And I would think, okay, you're not my friend, you're my parent. That's a bigger responsibility. But you don't gotta tell me all the time, over and over. Like I woke up in the morning and I'm like, oh, good morning, Dad. And my dad would go, good morning. And I'm still not your friend. Okay. Then he'd light a fake cigarette and he'd flick it off my face. Okay, all right, Dad, I get it. It's an awesome responsibility being a parent. Holy shit. Just treat your kids with respect, but don't embarrass them, if you don't have to. Discipline him when you have to. My dad, poor guy, Ken, my brother, embarrasses him all the time, brings up this story constantly, and we were all there. My brother Ken went into my dad's home office, and we're allowed there. We're allowed to use the computer sometimes, but you can't close the door. Not only did he close the door, he locked the door. Yeah, you'd be a good parent. I have a simple scale, but I think you'd be a good parent. So anyway, my dad, he knows what's going on right away. And he's masturbating, of course. And he starts pounding on the door. And he's like, come out of this door right now, so help me God. And my brother Ken's like, oh, I'm trying to put away the computer disks. I'll be right there. You stop what you're doing. So help me God, I will fucking rally down this door. Get out. And my brother's like, I'm trying to turn off the dehumidifier. But you hear like the belt buckle and the zipper go up, everything. I know what you're doing. Get out of here right now. I will kick this door down open. I swear to God. He's like, I'm looking for tape. Do you have tape? He's looking for tape. Meanwhile, he's throwing glue all over the place. The guy's looking for tape. I mean, leave him alone. Poor guy. That's all I'm saying. Treat him with respect. Treat him with respect, and maybe one day they won't grow up and talk about you on 9 CDs and 2 books in front of people around the world and air your dirty laundry about being a 20-year-old grown man faking cigarettes. Thank you guys very much.
Fun as fuck. All right, we will now take reviews. Turns out I did not play music on that one. Yeah, that's fun to re-listen to. And again, yeah, I don't rehear these first, so yeah, I was a little nervous, but okay. Language, okay. That's so fun. Thank you, everybody. So again, what do I want to promote? KeithAndTheGirl.com/trick is the latest stand-up. KeithAndTheGirl.com/dadbook. Again, the latest book and the great American novel that I read from for a minute is there for like $5-6 tops. So please check it out. I want to play one more thing. You might have saw a glimpse of it. It's the great Josh Rodgers, the artist. God bless him, took the time to make one of the tracks that you heard an animation. Shall we? All right. This is about if I remade Pearl Harbor.
So, guys,
Whoops.
you have...
Here we go.
So, if you're gonna... What? If you're gonna make up shit in the movie, just make the whole thing up. This is how my movie would have went. I would have had Hitler run away in a summer home, right? Big glass enclosed house on a hill.
Enclosed.
Beautiful, scenery and everything. He's having a little SS party. And people are talking about how they can make everything better, And they go, let me tell you something. Every Wednesday we have Donut Wednesday here at the Third Reich, right? Some people are really skimping out. And I'm talking officers and grand wizards. Now, people, The other day, somebody brought in those shit Christmas cookies. I'm not talking real crap, right? Just get something with cream inside it next time. If we're going to make the world a better place, it's got to start with us. And then they hear noise outside. And Hitler gets up from his chair at his office, at his desk. And he goes, "What is that noise?" he says. And he starts walking up towards the window. And this look of curiosity turns into a look of shock. And he's like, "Oh." Then Eva Braun gets up and she goes, "What's wrong, Hitler?" "Big tits, blonde hair, the whole works, right? Fat ass." He goes, "Hitler, what's wrong?" And then she looks out the window and her face turns to shock. And then we see Hitler.
So, guys,
fuck.
you
Fuck.
have heard him.
Suck me off. All right, we fucked up. We fucked up.
So, guys,
Yeah, we hear it. God damn it. I was trying to say something fucking cute.
So,
I don't know.
If you're-
all right, we can do this. We can do this. Okay. Okay, perfect. Perfect. What I want to say. No, it's this isn't on YouTube, but it is in your collection of live shit at keithandthegirl.com/store. The live. No, it's not. You know what? No, this is just for us. This is just for us. Now that I think about it. Nope.
Big tits, blonde hair, the whole works, right? Fat ass. Goes, "Hitler, what's wrong?" And then she looks out the window and her face turns to shock. And then we see Hitler mouth, "Holy shit." And then the camera pans over so we can see what Hitler and Eva are looking at. And it's Ben Affleck in the cockpit of a plane hovering right out the fucking window. Nice mustache. Queerbait says what? And then Hitler goes, "What?" And then Ben fires a missile right into the building. Boom! The end of the Third Reich. Ben Affleck goes, "How you like them apples?" And then he flies away. That's how we do it in Harvard! By the way, guess who's in the cockpit? Harriet Tubman. So they land the plane, and they get out. Andrew Dice Clay makes an appearance, and he says, "Could I see your Underground Railroad?" Everybody laughs. Before that, a window opens on the first floor of a building, and it's Anne Frank. And Ben Affleck walks over, and he picks Anne Frank out of the window. And she goes, "What are you doing? I'm going to get caught." "Shh, I was going to say to be quiet." And he goes, "Darling, you'll never have to hide again." And then he looks right at the camera, right at you, watching TV, trying to be dumb and be liked. He says, "You're never going to have to hide again either. Ever." They all get in the plane. They fly off to Frank Sinatra's New York, New York. Obviously not before scooping Jesus Christ off the cross. "We got you, boss." "Oh, thanks. I'm kind of late for a speech anyway." You got a movie. The end.
He's the best. He's the goddamn best. Woo! All right. Yeah, we'll put that on YouTube. Yeah. Yeah, he's the best. Somebody said, knowing it's Josh Rodgers, there must be Easter eggs. There is, for sure. I don't know how many I caught. I'm thinking right now when I'm looking at when it says "looking at you," so it's looking at a couch potato. He's eating, instead of the KFC, it was a basket of nail clippings. A video he did where I was painting people in a mentally challenged home, and I take the brush and I put their tongue back in their mouth. That person was on the picture frame. Josh Rodgers is the best. He's the goddamn best. Thank you, everybody. So, let's trying to invoke the spirit of Henda a little bit. KeithandTheGirl.com/dadbook. Take a look. KeithandTheGirl.com/trick. And, yeah, you only get this shit here. It's fun. Does Keith's head turn red as stigmata? Hello? All right.